Hey, what is up? It's the Allfather here. You're clashing with Taft. Today I am over in Crystal Warrior, looking at a war here. Just began a couple hours ago between Crystal Warrior and Emphatic Elite, two perennial powerhouses in the Clan War community. And you can see that there's already been a little bit of action today. And we're going to go ahead and try to catch some live attacks here and just kind of lurk and hang out and see what's going on. We've already got 18 attacks in, so we'll be able to look at a few things here. I've got the chat going, the live chat, so I've actually got it up on a screen so I can keep an eye on that as well. And so feel free to jump in there, have a little conversation while you're watching some good war attacks, hopefully here. I have no dog in this fight other than I do know a handful of people in Crystal Warrior, but just kind of over here taking a look at a good competition, hopefully here. As we'll probably see a lot of early Town Hall 9 action here and maybe some 10v11 as the war kicks off and starts. So again, welcome to the live stream here. Taff, the Allfather from Reddit Chaos, and we'll give a shout out to my home clan, whom I represent. And but let's go ahead while we're just waiting here. Obviously, in these higher level clans here, there's probably a lot of planning going on. I do not have access to those chats right now, but I would imagine 2 hours in, some people have some attacks planned and we'll be going pretty soon here. But let's see kind of what's happened so far. We got a pretty decent sized war here. Looks like 30v30. And see what the breakdown looks like here. 9's up to 16. Looks like 11 10s and 5 11s there. I'm assuming it's probably evenly matched. Yep, looks like it is there. So some familiar names there on both sides that we recognize. And let's go ahead and dig into some of these attacks while we wait for somebody to jump in there live and see what's going on. All right, so this would be Crystal Warriors versus Emphatic here on the replay here on number 17. Take a look at this base quick. Got all of the air defenses in the middle there. Looks like he's bringing Queen Walk Lalo. And let's go ahead and take a look at how he goes about this 3-star.
Don't glare at me. This is my room.
Starts a Queen Walk there on the bottom side. Right into the sweeper. Just going to kind of go after those wizard towers. Following troops there on the bottom. We'll actually run it at 2 times speed because it's not live, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. She's going to walk over there and step up and get probably an air defense or 2 and start walking into the core with that funnel. Trips Clan Castle. Ability there on the Valk Witch Baby CC. Raged Wall Breakers make it in. Queen's going to step up and take out the enemy queen. So a ton of value on that Queen Walk. Obviously, he's got the CC, Queen, and 2 air defenses. Exactly what you want to see out of a Queen Walk is getting that heavy value on the entry. 3 air defenses going to get. Sends that Hound. It's going to fight the Sweeper at the beginning, but then brings the second in from the other side. Got everything tanked for the Loons to path in. T-Farm on the north. Most of it being tanked by the Hound. Hastes are going to go ahead and get the Hounds over there. Only thing he's got to really worry about is getting down through those last Archer Towers and Wiz Towers, and is going to heal obviously on the way there. Rage through. Going to have a ton of balloons and a ton of health. Tanks the Wiz Tower with a single loon on the back side. Distract, and it's over. Queen didn't make it, but she did a lot of damage up at the beginning and did her job and then some. Nice looking attack there. All right, so 19 to 20 so far. Looks like the hits on the Crystal Warrior side might be making a little bit more of a dent, but not a whole lot. 5 3-stars to 6. Actually, Emphatic Elite is up by 1 3-star attack. The new star hit rate's a little better on the Crystal Warrior side, so we've already had some follow-ups. and kind of see what is popular in two kind of high level clans. I'm not sure. I didn't do enough research to see where they're competing at these days, if it's CWL or elsewhere. But should have some good looking bases and good looking attacks here as we go on. We have a live attack in here, random Asian named IGN there, so certainly can't do anything with that. Alright, looks like we have a cold-blooded golem entry into the two air defenses. Pops a Tesla there. We'll see if there's two or three. Yep, there's another Tesla there, so we got a little bit of a Tesla action. Not sure if all three or four are down there, but two of them are at least. Bowlers raged into there as long as they don't walk sideways, which they are starting to do, but two of the air defenses are down. Bowlers should walk up and, with the help of the queen, go ahead and take out that last Tesla over there. Didn't trip the CC with his kill squad, and so now he's going to have the loons fighting the CC baby dragon there. It's going to be a tough one. And still got an air defense up, baby dragon's up, loons are down. Not looking so hot. I'm going to probably pull off and salvage the 2-star here with the baby dragon on the town hall. So decent looking entry, but didn't have the best plan to deal with the CC. And the CC baby dragon stays up and pretty much takes out the loons. And going to be a very low percentage 2-star. So good entry, just probably needed to have a better plan to take care of the CC. Alright, so that was 22 against 17 with a 2-star there. Let's go ahead and go down one here and take a look at a successful attack here, 20 versus 19 here by Winner. Such an appropriate IGN for a 3-star attacker, I guess. And he's bringing a queen walk into a shattered Goho with, we'll see what the CC is. I'm going to guess it's bowlers, but we'll find out. So queen walks atop is going to get a lot of value taking out some of the splash damage for the hogs. We'll see how he's going to handle the queen. Looks like it's coming far side of the base to handle the queen, unless the BK is going to take care of that somehow. On a jump spell with a suicide BK or something. We'll see how that ends up working. Or he's just going to double jump to the queen with this kill squad. So shattered golem entry with the bowlers. King starts walking. He's the one who's supposed to take out the enemy queen, and he walks down to the south. But got enough with the bowler bounce and the poison. Queen steps up, takes out the enemy archer queen since the king got distracted and decided to walk around the base. Surgical hogs on the bottom there. And everything is tanked by the golems. Take out that last Tesla at the top and a nice little 3-star there. So nice adjustment. I don't think that was the plan. I think the plan was the BK to obviously go in with the kill squad, jump, take the double jumps, and go take out the enemy queen, or at least tank for everything else in there. But ended up getting deep into the base with the double jumps and taking out the queen anyway with the kill squad minus the BK. So Crystal Warrior goes up 21-20 with that last 2-star attack on the queen walk into the Lalo that didn't quite happen. And we have 9-10 on the attacks, so coming out pretty even at the beginning in the first 2 hours, 20 attacks, so that's not a bad pace. Should provide some more live action if it continues at that pace. And while we're looking at it, we'll just keep going through some of these existing attacks that have already happened. Another one that looks like a shattered Go Hobo. Going right at the queen. CC splash damage at the top. Probably expect a Tesla farm somewhere on the back side of this base. Patient with the funnel, only sending the one golem in to take the damage and then bringing the second one in behind him. Pops that baby witch archer CC, it looks like. Poison grabs the queen and the CC, so very effective use of that. Doesn't have a rage or anything, and it looks like it's probably CC hogs, since he has not launched the bowlers yet if it were bowlers, so looks like it's probably going to be CC hogs, which is going to give him, 30 hogs there to finish the base and 3 heals, with half of the splash damage taken out already. So he comes into the surgical hogs, kind of being safe on the initial push to make sure there's no heavy external giant bombs or flip traps. Goes ahead and drops a Skelly spell to distract the BK. And there we go. There was a Tesla farm on the backside. No surprise there. Heal spell is waiting for it. Hogs go ahead and take out those last couple defenses. That Golemite is tanking the last cannon. Lots of ground Skellies, so it's definitely set up to try to tackle that ground attack, but looks like a couple hogs left after dealing with all those Skelly spells. The skeleton spell, or the Skelly traps, the skeleton spell went ahead and not only tanked the BK, but there was still some Skellies left, and they're helping with the cleanup now. Just a few wizards, archers, and Skellies left, but he takes it out. Pretty clean attack. They have to backtrack for the lick storage. Luckily, no traps or giant bombs on the way. Hogs take that out for a 3-star, so nice job there. Nice cheap entry with the 2 golems, heroes, taking out just a big chunk of the splash damage, and enemy heroes as well as the CC. And take a look. Wouldn't expect anything up top just yet. Planning out the lower hits, get the 9s cleared, then probably turn our attention to the 10v11s. And that's probably kind of where we'll be towards the end of this. But just to keep track of things, we'll stay on the Emphatic Elite side of the war map and take a look at the attacks here so we're not duplicating. Coming from a long ways away to clear a bunch of expos as well as splash damage on the Shattered Golem approach. Double jump's going to get him all the way into the queen and have handled all of the splash damage pretty much. So actually going to go with a Stoned Hobo approach probably. There we go, double jump, poison's down, bowlers follow in, everything's being tanked. We'll see the rage and then heal and then jump to the queen compartment, and pretty much all of the splash damage will have been taken out. 16 hogs for the cleanup. And even a jump spell that'll get them out of the backside of the base if they live that long. We'll see. This kill squad is getting a ton of value here. It's taking out 40% of the base before the hogs even come in. They're sniping surgically, not being targeted by anything. And now the backside T-farm there. The kill squad's already there to help the hogs. Just a couple defenses left. And they're going to wreck that. See what's in that little 2x3 compartment. It is a giant bomb. Are the hogs healthy enough? They're healthy enough to get the first archer tower down. Doesn't look like they're going to get the last one, so it's going to be up to the heroes. Queen still has their ability. Bowlers are up, almost all of them. Maybe one went down. And it's got the royals as well as a healthy amount of cleanup troops behind them. We'll go ahead and speed that up to the end. There's only one defense left with the queen ability. That's going to be easy. But you can see just how far that stoned hobo approach with the kill squad pretty much ripped through the entire core and out the back side of the base. So we have not so far as of yet seen a successful 3-star air raid. It's been all ground. as the meta is kind of shifted. Well, with the balancing update and the Town Hall 9 hit rates have kind of taken a dip from where they were with the air attacks pre-balancing update. We're getting a little more balanced down to about a 50% hit rate, give or take. Live action here, Emphatic Elite versus Cadillac from Crystal Warrior. Looks like he's got it. We'll go ahead and go back and replay that as soon as it's over. Ice Wizards. I don't know if I'm seeing that right. I don't know how long ago that's from with Ice Wizards in the comp here. That's just swag Ice Wizards, I think. Unless there's some event going on recently that I don't remember or didn't know about. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at that one from the start. Looks like a Stone Hobo with some swag Ice Wizards. Again, with that stoned entry coming from the back side of the base. We got corner Tesla going on. Clearing that funnel. Second golem, or third golem goes in there to take care of that Tesla. Jump into the bottom compartment. And we'll see where the second jump's going to go to access the queen. Of course, she's on an outer wall, so BK could go ahead and suicide her as well. Enemy CC Baby's taken out. And he's just going to go ahead and use a Skelly spell to distract the queen while the hogs run away from her. Coming to that last compartment where there's going to be a giant bomb by the air defense. Hogs are still healthy. Take out the last couple defenses, and we saw the rest from there. All right, so that puts Emphatic Elite now from 2120 up to 2321. 2 extra attacks, up 2 stars. Bottom base, first attack, looks like a fresh hit here. Very concentrated on the splash damage in the core. And it's going to be an air attack, so just as I said we hadn't seen any successful air attacks, we found one. Very exposed CC on the outside, right by the heroes, as well as the Tesla farm, bombs, so just a ton of garbage out there to try to take out a kill squad in a hurry, but pretty much all he's got to worry about is getting the queen and the CC out, which happens. Got 1 air defense, so still good value there for basically a naked hero walk for the most part. And just got to be able to get into this core with the heal spell for all that splash damage, which he does, rage through it. Hound's already to the last air defense. Air skellies are pounding on him. Looking a little light here, but this last haste spell must push him through. Still fighting the air sweeper too. But those loons go ahead and take the last threat out, which was the Wiz Tower. Hound is still up at about half health and takes it out. So nice job. They're getting a lot of value with that entry, just using the heroes basically to take out the key components there, air defense, CC, and the enemy queen. Alright, we want to see some live stuff. Who's going live? Looks like McGee's back in here. Alright, so that puts us to 23-21. Got some good Town Hall 9 hits in so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at one that didn't go so well. Let's see what happened here. Stone Hobo, Central Queen. Symmetrical base pretty much. Double jump. So we've seen that Stone Hobo with the double jump working pretty well so far. Let's see why it didn't quite make it on this base. Just snipe that outside mortar with a loon. And there's where the updated loon mechanics come in right there. You see if the loon gets shot down before it gets that second shot and the mortar's not going down. And so that's one key difference with the balancing update that is affecting these attacks that didn't used to, is not being able to single shot those defenses. As well as that change to the external small bombs as we saw there at the wall breaker fail. So he's got it broke in the middle there, so he should be able to get access to the queen if things turn that direction. But instead they'll just beat on the wall, because that's just the way troop AI is most of the time. They could walk around and access things directly, but instead we'll beat on a wall. So now BK is going to aggro onto the queen, get her. He's got a CC Hound, so not terrible, but would probably wish at this point to have more hogs and heals spells left versus that second jump, since things didn't get very far. But that CC Hound is actually helpful because he doesn't have anything that's targeting it on the map anymore other than the cleanup wizards. And so that was probably the issue right there, though. Really, to finish off this base, you would need that heal spell for the hogs. Even not sure that would have been enough, but got to be able to use that heal spell for this 11 or so hogs that are coming at the back end of the raid. So I think the kill squad just didn't get in. Wall breaker fail didn't help. Loon drop on the mortar didn't help, and there's just too much left over. See here, don't know if this one, I don't think we took a look at this one yet. Got some new people joining us on the stream. What's up, Aaron? How's it going? Queen walk into something with a P.E.K.K.A. and 4 loons and baby dragons and all sorts of different stuff going on here. So let's see what happened. Creative if nothing else. So you got queen walk in here. It's going to go ahead and take out enemy queen. Pop the rage spell there. Nice, takes out that bottom corner of the base. We've got a funnel started. Let's see where the opposite side of the funnel is. Trip the CC there. Pop the ability or second rage here. Already popped the ability. Takes out the CC here, cutting the funnel on the back side. Basically just walking everything around the outside. There's not a whole lot going on in the middle, just a bunch of compartments, square compartments on the outside. And let's see what's left here. Hogs up the gut to get to the expos, is that what we're doing? Yep, looks like it. More hogs in the clan castle, gets up there, nice. Backside T-farm, let's see how this is gonna happen. Still got a rage left. Actually going to use it on Skelly spells. Wow, that was really neat. Rage Skellies to take out that last compartment and just see how they ripped through all those point defenses at the end of the raid. Very nicely done. Alright, so that's a majority of the existing attacks that we've seen so far. See if we can get an idea of anybody going in soon. Don't want to show too much there. There might be strategic information there that we don't want to blow for the home team. Got some 1 stars. That's thinking They might not want me to show that, but 2 1-stars by Princess Amanda. 2-star on 29 by Lucky Charm. Yeah, we'll go ahead and feature these chip attacks. He'll like it. What clan am I in? I am in, well, I'm in Crystal Warrior right now. Alright, taking a look at this Princess Amanda attack. Looks like a Witch Slap. Sees those air defenses kind of tucked in, and the expos, or where he can jump into both of them, so that makes sense. See where it went wrong. Got one witch that's straight out and away from the healers. That didn't help. We've got healers redirecting now onto the golem maybe, so that didn't help. So they saw that 30 troop space of the golem and thought they'd redirect and re-aggro onto him. Giant bombs on the approach to the expos didn't help the bowlers any. CC took a little while to get down. Golem, 2 bowlers, and the BK left. He's got the jump into the last compartment, but he's not going to have the bowlers alive to bounce, so it's up to the queen to get those last defenses. Does have the ability left, but the healers are toast. And we're going to pop out of that and catch a live one here. Where are we? Here we go. Thank you for that heads up. 10v11 going in live, Lord Nicholas. 4 golem Gobo with lots of wall breakers. So he's testing that area out there. We got Tesla Pop, Golem down here. Assuming we're going to approach from the bottom. Raged wall breakers into those max walls. A little late getting everything down, it seemed like, but that rage spell's starting to wear off. Yeah, I'm watching both too. I've got 2 screens going, so I don't know if one's lagging on the other. I'm sure one is a little bit ahead of the other. Now he's going up here on this side, cutting a funnel on the opposite side of the base. Wall breakers are just going everywhere, but he's got that internal ring busted open. And let's see where he's going to go from here. Magnus joining the stream, welcome. Alright, so he's got his funnel cut on both sides, and now he's bringing his shattered golem into the remainder here. Let's see if he can keep everything going center into the core and get jumped into there and take out the town hall. Going to be dealing with the eagle the whole time, as well as getting a clan castle pop here on the approach to the town hall. So hopefully whatever's in there starts aggroing and pulling things. He's also going to be dealing with 2 multi-fernos all at the same time, as well as the expos. The angle is just kind of interesting, as he's taking on everything all at once. Eagle's now latched onto the queen. She's going to go down 45%. Sorry, guys. I know you probably didn't want to see that one on live, but hey, it happens, right? All right, so that was the first that we've seen on a live 10v11 going in. Go ahead and take a look at that bait. Yep, we should be fine. It was already hit. Plus, I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be when I'm scouting. Showing anything. But so this is enemy base scout, so it should be fine. Nothing's showing. It was already attacked. And we saw him come in with kind of golem wall breakers and a few bowlers on each side to try to cut a funnel on the on the long side of the base. And then he attacked from the long side of the base as well, coming from the opposite side of the eagle, figuring there's probably a bunch of traps and Teslas on the eagle approach, and didn't make it anywhere near the town hall. Got expos on ground there, expos on ground all the way around, so definitely defending against the ground attack, and funnel was not enough, did not leave enough left over to get into the town hall. So we've got Magnus joining, we've got Winter joining. Winter, we showed one of your attacks already, I think. And I've actually got the text thing open too, as well as the voice. So again, appreciate everybody at Crystal Warrior for just allowing me to come in and just spend a little bit of time with y'all and take a look at two good clans and some nice attacks. Alright, so we got that quality scout on number 4. And we're going to go ahead and jump in here while we wait for another live hit. Taking a look at Lucky Charm versus Kevin with a 2-star. Hey, that's alright. Whether they're live or replay. Replays I can at least fast forward. Alright, so what we got here, we've got the, looks like a Shattered Go Hobo probably. Coming in from the far side, double jump. Oh, Stoned Hobo, there's a golem on the bottom side, didn't see that. Got the Hound in the CC, coming a long way to get the Queen, and everything looks like it's going to kind of go sideways and get distracted, at least at the beginning, before it takes the jump. Gets that rage down. Not sure what that poison was doing. If you're going to use that poison, you want to use it on the pups, not the Hound. Could have been a misclick or just trying to loosen up the Hound a little quicker. Kill Squad got a good chunk of the way in, but not far enough to not have any spells left. So he's kind of just got to send everything, Asian Wall, the hogs down from the bottom there and try to do the best. Now we have the poison for the pups. But they're going to kind of start wrecking the remaining hogs, as well as just a ton of splash damage left and probably some flip traps. So not a terrible effort, but not good enough. Alright, we got live in here on number 30. Alright, Shattered, Go Lalo. Looks like anyway. Heavy Loons. Clan Castle Baby's still up. He's going to jump in and get that second air defense and a bunch of Teslas, as well as the enemy Queen. His Queen should step up and go ahead and take out the baby here quickly, which she does. Looks like we've got a Hound and 15 Loons for the rest, so he's banking on trying to get another air defense here. Queen can step up, take out these Teslas, the enemy King, and maybe step up with the ability to take out that third air defense, which looks like it's possible unless she gets hung up on a gold storage. Here come the Hounds into the back side. Kind of curious as to why he targeted that one, other than I know it's coming from behind the sweeper because that Queen is going to step up and get that air defense. So now his only Hound busted. He's got his Loons healed, and he's probably going to be able to haste him into that last air defense pretty quickly. At which point there's just the Tesla left, which is tanked by the BK, and he's got it. A couple archers left for cleanup on the bottom, and that's going to be a 3-star. Giant Bomb. Queen stays alive. And solid stuff right there. Got a good entry, jump in there, took out 3 air defenses with the queen, dropped that first hound a little bit early, but maybe you wanted to have it get tanked, tank for those other defenses for just a little bit. All right, we got a live one here. 29 versus 30. Crystal Warriors going in. Oh, I missed it. That's what you were yelling about, huh? Well, that one was over quickly. All right, here we got another one going. Our ball from Emphatic Elite against Crystal Warriors number 28, Karma Golf. Stoned Hobo again. He's going to have to go a long ways across that base if he's going to get that queen. Maybe he's going to deal with her with those Skelly spells probably. Looks like he's got his funnel set. Jump spell's going to get in there. We're going to see some giant bomb action go off. Yep. T-Farm. Second jump's going to access the backside. We got a Clan Castle Hound now. He's not going to have any poison to deal with pups, though. So if he doesn't get the pups taken down, we'll see what happens. So there's the Skelly spells down to deal with the enemy queen. Hogs are in. They're going to have to save that heal spell for the Wiz Tower area on the back. But here's where the issue is going to be. We'll see. Is do these pups wreck it? It's not looking like it just yet unless it's a cleanup issue. We got a corner Tesla if you didn't see that pop. They're going to have to backtrack for that. And if those pups follow him and start beating on him a little bit, I think he's still going to be okay. He's got wizards, queen, and they're going to be able to help this wizard. If it can catch an aggro on the pups, he'll probably step up and take them out. So that's going to be a 3-star. All right, so now it's go time. 4 golems. This should be interesting. Really heavy kill squad. Crystal Warriors Jarvis going in live against number 18 JJD 1197. Tons of tanking power here with the 4 golems. He's going to be jumping through the base and getting well over 60% of the base with his kill squad. And then some, and using some hogs early, actually. Needs to get that funnel redirected, apparently. Yep. Which he does. That golem was straying outside. He wanted to force him back inside. Got that accomplished. See if anything like that happens on the other side. Bowlers do walk a little bit, but not all of them. And now the Clan Castle pop. He's going to be able to poison and get everything captured inside the poison all at once. And now those golems are going to just be tanking for bowlers and the queen. He's got his hogs just surgically taking out any defenses he can. They're all used up now, though. So, man, I don't see how this is going to get cleaned up with golems stuck in the middle there, not able to jump back out. They're beating on a wall, and just a ton of point defenses left on the outside, which are just hammering on the golems. He does have that one Skelly spell there, but that's not going to be enough distract. Queen is now being targeted, I believe. She's going to have to pop her ability. She does. And he's still got 7-point defenses up. That is not going to make it. So, yes, scary indeed. Good push, good entry. Too much tank, not enough cleanup, though, unfortunately. So the star count is swaying a little bit now towards the Emphatic Elite side, up by 5 with just 1 extra attack. We've seen some good pushes from the Crystal Warrior side, just falling a little bit short. Should be cleaned up pretty easily though, with just a few adjustments. So Sooners in the chat. Here we go. Yeah, I was asking a question about the golems. So not original terms. I don't know who coined them, if it was Powerbang or somebody else, but singled is the cold-blooded golem, 2 is shattered, 3 is stoned. I don't know if 4 actually has a name. You would think it would, but then you start getting into avalanche style, I guess. So we've still got some of the very bottom bases on the Emphatic Elite side open, and some 3s dropping on the Crystal Warrior side. Hulk Files is the original one coining the terms. Thank you. I'll give credit to where credit is due. Always fun trying to teach somebody new about that. Curious as to how they came up with those terms. No, knowing Galadon gets you absolutely nothing. All right, so we're about 40 minutes or so into it. Cool term for 4 golems. Yeah, we need a cool term for 4 golems. Is there a cool term for 4 golems? If not, we're going to make one right now. Somebody needs to come up with it. All right, let's do it. What is it? We've got cold-blooded, shattered, stoned, and oh, you want me to think right here? Do it live. Think of it. I don't know. I guess I got some time to think about it. 4 golems. I don't know. Put me on the spot there. I can't think like that. That's honestly the first non-Town Hall 11 4 golem attack I've seen in a while, actually. Yeah. No, that's a different attack. That attack is when you lightning mortars or something. Plus, that's not really all that creative coming from you there, Steve. Because that would just be like considered every night clashing. There was just a video posted about a 7 golem attack. I don't think I actually watched it. Yeah, the avalanche I've seen anywhere from 5 and up. I think the original golem avalanche attack posted was maybe 5, and then a ton of wizards and a bunch of jump spells. I'm not sure if that's what that one was. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is that the avalanche, once you get 5 or more rocks in there, it's just considered an avalanche, I guess. On top of the bowlers now that throw rocks. But yeah, good to see good crowd in here, getting the chat going now. I'm not sure where everybody's from, or like where, if Crystal Warrior's kind of based on a certain part of they're probably international, probably have people from all over the place. So quad ho, nice. Quad ho though, what that's hogs, isn't it? What, I don't get the hose. It'd be like a quad go, wouldn't it? Who is Crystal Warrior is a question. Well, Crystal Warrior, and I don't want to speak out of turn now, but Crystal Warrior, I believe, used to be a part of the War Whales family, heavily U.S. based, and I'm now, if I'm not mistaken, teamed up with what is it? Reddit Force, Terps Win Big, Boston Tea Party, that kind of group there. Still awake at 5 a.m. Like you didn't go to bed, not like you just got up at 5 a.m., but you haven't gone to bed yet. Emphatic Elite, I have no idea where they're from. All I know is that they've been around a while. The name sounds familiar. Not sure exactly who all they're affiliated with. They've been going at it a long time, as well as Crystal Warriors. So I've got the Crystal Warrior side right. I'm not sure about the history of Emphatic. I did see that there was actually a kind of archived YouTube video of these two clans going at it September-ish of 2016. So this is definitely not the first time they've met. Probably not the second either. But the Solid War Clan, I don't know if anybody knows if they're competing in CWL or not recently with this last season or not. Lots of people joining in the chat now in the live stream, so welcome to you guys. Why am I streaming this? Well, because nobody in our clan family was warring tonight except for Reddit Frostbite group, which hasn't even started yet. We've got live going in here now from Emphatic Elite, I believe. CWL, Emphatic Elite from CWL is ours rookie, I'm assuming. Live from Crystal Warrior going in. Okay, so going at this R-ball base again. I believe this is the second time we went at this one, unless it was R-ball on offense. But coming from the backside, looking like a little witch slap action. Now the healers are redirecting to the golem again. We'll see how that works out. I am from Reddit Chaos, to answer that question in the chat. Originally clan I started was called Assimilated, and through a series of unfortunate and wild events, ended up getting teamed up with Reddit Force for a while, and then now am leading Reddit Chaos. And I am just streaming this one because, had a couple hours tonight and didn't have any live wars or anything going on in our clan, so was told about this matchup, figured it'd be good to take a look at some of these attacks. How long is which clan around? All right, taking a look at this. Sorry, I'm going back and forth between the chat and the live attacks here. So, looked like some sort of shattered, like a hybrid witch slap with two golems. And the problem with that is those golems were spread, and then the healers lost their aggro onto the witches and turned to that higher space troop of the 30 troop space guy on the golem, and moved into him, and now they're still on him, and everything else died. So no good. My clan Reddit Chaos, I don't know the whole history of it. Took it over about 6 months ago. Actually, I don't even know if that's the right timing. It's all a blur, but took it over not too long ago, and kind of building things back up. Was originally a feeder. Not originally. Originally it was RCS clan, Reddit clan from way back. So it goes way back. A lot of history there, but rebuilding it into more of a solid war clan these days. And that's going to go to the wire with healed golems. 1-star attack. So that Arbol base, I think, is defended a couple times now. Maybe. see what we got for defenses here, see what's going on. You're not allowed to take breaks. What are you taking breaks for? Just kidding, we all want to do it most of the time. It's just something sick and twisted in our heads that keeps us from doing it. Alright, where's that R ball? Oh, that was the first attack on that, so it must have been an offensive attack on there. So I don't think we have any real follow-up hits here yet. On this side, anyway. But yeah, I'm from Reddit Chaos, friends and acquaintances with people from the Reddit Force group from prior history, and so Chip asked me if, or kind of gave me the heads up, and I said I'd come over for a little bit and stream and just take a look at some of these attacks with you guys. And you let me in, so that'll teach you. Yeah, definitely. Comment in the chat about the difference between the US-based clan and the EU. So that's it works okay if it just depends on where you're on the war map. You know, we're mostly US-based clan too in Reddit Chaos, and we have some people over in the UK and stuff. It works out pretty good. South Africa, I've got dealt with people from Germany before and that kind of thing. So I think over there you're about what 6 to 8 hours ahead of most of the US, and so an evening war like this kind of is in the middle of the night for you, so that doesn't work out so hot, but then you can be active during the day and it works out. So it's nice to have people in all different time zones, just for donations and war flow and all that stuff. So we're about 52 minutes in. We've had 27 total attacks here, and 8 hours for the EU. Yep. Yeah, 2 a.m. wars, that sucks unless you're used to being up at that time of night. I am long gone by 2 a.m. here. Welcome to stream, Legend Nebula. Like the avatar, absolutely love it. Actually, I'm craving one right now. We'll have to see what if we get any more live action here. Go ahead and throw a comment in if you see something live and I'm not catching it. Just taking a look at some of these bases, kind of curious as to why these bottom bases are giving so much trouble. Oh, here we go. Crunchy going in live on 18. Another ground attack and shattered. Okay, so this is just more of, really, it's a go wee wee. I mean, it's what we used to call it before Witch Slap came out. And this was the one that we saw the here aforementioned 4 golem strategy that we haven't quite come up with an awesome name for yet used, and here he's going shattered instead with the witches. But again, you see, here's the one thing you're seeing is the healer's not working, okay, with the 2 golems, because you got the golems spread so wide that they immediately aggro onto the golems instead of the witches, and so you leave your witches hanging out to dry. So there's nothing really outside targeting them yet, so they're gonna make it a little further, but once they get to those backside defenses, they could have trouble. Got a pretty good funnel set, a little bit smaller on the kill squad here. Double jumps, got the max heroes, so should be able to bust through that pretty easily. The witches trimmed the funnel so that all the bowlers went to the core this time, which was different than the last attack. So that works out pretty good. He's going to go ahead and poison. Rage heal into the core, second jump. And let's see though now, because before this attack got hung up on the wall in that middle compartment, and it looks like it's going to do that again. Just not a whole lot left. The bowler bounce might get that cannon. Looks like it is. Question is, will it get the corner compartment defenses? Now he's going to have to rely on that Skelly spell, a well-timed Skelly spell, to get the heat off of his queen at some point. He actually uses it up there on the mortar. And we'll see if that was a good move or not. He's already used the ability. It's just whether or not he has enough to clean it up at this point. He's got nothing left, no spells, no abilities, nothing to help him out. And my concern is if these archer tower and cannon starts targeting the queen, which they do, everything goes down at the end in a hurry. So I don't know about that attack. I haven't used that attack. When I do the witch slap, I do to me that's just a go wee wee with healers. Really, is all that is. In Clan Castle bowlers, you're not getting any value out of the healers though because they're redirecting to the golems and getting taken out by Sams and those kind of things on the outside. So if I'm doing a witch slap, I'm gonna do a single golem up the middle so that the healers stay well away from him. And otherwise a straight witch slap with no golems. I haven't tried this 2 golem approach. So that's at least the second time we've seen that attack and that army composition though. And maybe it was the same attacker. I didn't even catch that because if this is a friendly war, obviously you would still have that army. So it's staying pretty close though. Emphatic Elite is up by 3 stars and down 2 attacks. So yeah, I can see where it would be a good comp. I'm trying to wrap my head around what it's gonna work on. I just don't use it myself, and so I'm curious. I'd love to see it work and then be able to analyze why it works in one base and not another. I know that one healer on a group of witches, unless there's just nothing targeting them, is not going to do a whole lot of good. And if they're too close to the golems, they're going to redirect, and then that negates everything and pulls them into range of all the air traps usually. So who knows, I could be wrong. I probably am. Yeah, I could see that. Comment in the chat that that shattered go wee wee with the healers would work in a really dense defensive, where everything's really dense in the middle and wide open on the outside. So here we got a 10v11 action going live. One thing I've noticed in some of the competitive wars or whatever is just the standard witch slap is kind of a go-to if you're not sure how to hit a base. I see a lot of people just going at that. And it's just one of those attacks that's successful a lot, even when it shouldn't be sometimes. So starting with the queen walk, a little more traditional approach to a ring base here. Queen can go ahead and get both levels of buildings on that approach. She's not going to trigger the eagle, obviously. And it's very bowler heavy and 5 Valks. I'm assuming the Golem Valk BK is going to be part of the entry kill squad. Don't know if he caught his healers in that rage spell. That was a little bit off. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully won't have to pop the ability though. Nope. Now the healers enter the rage, going to get the queen back up, but would have been nice to catch her in that right off the beginning. And let's see if she can get in there and target the enemy queen. Should be able to. Now he's got his other side of the funnel going in. Has activated the eagle. Enemy queen is being targeted here. Hopefully he watches his ability. Yep, got it. Nice. And now the question is, does he have a good enough funnel created to get into the town hall? Or are they going to go around and start aggroing onto those expos? Queen has stepped up. Bowlers have stepped up. Looking good. Should have the town hall pretty easily here. It's got the percent already. Nice. Town hall goes down 55%. That's the 2-star right there. So successful 10v11 hit up. And it's over now. Queen got into the core and got a lot of things hitting on her and went down in a hurry, but the damage was done. 57% 2-star. Very nicely done. So am I seeing that right in the chat? This was a random matchup? Not sure what that comment was. So this is a okay. So you randomly match these guys. That's neat. Always nice to hit another solid clan on a match. Even though I'm sure you love getting hyper engineered clans instead. Alright, so that hits nice. That brings the total up to 28-29. We've got a 1-star, 2-star, and 0. I don't remember catching that 1-star hit on the Town Hall 11, so we might go ahead and look at that one. But yeah, when you have full Town Halls and nice breakdown, you usually tend to get pretty solid matchups. Bird Person, that name sounds familiar. Where have I heard that before? I should know who that is. Got an air attack here on a 10v11 attempt, starting with the Queen Walk. Quakes and loosens up the core. Free spell and 4 rages, 6 dragons. Gonna Queen Walk at least 1 air defense, I think, is the idea. With any luck, 2 if she turns and goes a good direction, but she's probably just gonna keep walking up that wall. Yep. So only gets the 1 air defense there. Other kill squad goes in at the bottom to take out another air defense, and Drags will go ahead and go at, I'm wondering if he's going to come from down in the bottom with his dragons. Gets the loons out ahead of the dragons, maybe to trip any air traps. Freezing at the core, rage, big old Tesla farm in there, roasted dragon for dinner. How to cook your dragon. Alright, so that was the other one. So we've got, I think we're 1 for 3 on 10v11. So far on that side. And nothing yet from Emphatic against Crystal Warrior on the 10v11. Magnus is the normal CW YouTuber. Awesome. I know that Crystal Warrior has a couple, I think, regular YouTubers and streamers. And so I'm just a guest. I'm just showing up here. Those are the professionals. They do it all the time, I'm sure. Except for now, you're just sitting here making me do it. That's cool. Yeah, I just got into the live streaming setup here the last couple of weeks. Used to just do more like recaps, strategy videos, that kind of thing. There's some benefits to both. Live streaming, obviously you're off script, and so you can say whatever you want, and then the danger is you end up saying whatever you want. BJ, okay, I knew it was somebody I knew. Alright, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more here. I don't know, what is this kind of peak time that you're used to, or is it just kind of all night long? I know with us, our attacks, the peak time probably goes up until right about now, maybe another hour as far as US, and then things kind of start to taper down as people head off to bed. But being as this is international, I know we've got some Europe, so you're just waking up. Slower than you're used to. That's still not bad though. 29 in 3 hours. So we've been averaging between both sides 10 attacks an hour, which is one every. Can't even do math now either. So 10 attacks an hour, one every 6 minutes. So yeah, it's a little slow. You know, you got a little bit of downtime between them, but could be worse. Yeah, definitely for US stuff, that's probably gonna wind down. Getting your 9s in early, and then planning follow-up hits are probably gonna take a little bit longer. So, see how many 9s are left on enemy side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, I think. So, take a quick peek at these bases and just kind of see what's going on. This one here looks like a nice shattered entry. Jump into the queen. Just shattered go boho from the queen side. Not that you need me to do base analysis for you, but so what we had is we had a stone go in there. Okay, so I think that's a little heavy. Question in the chat: what are important things to look for in a base that's set up well to use witch slap on? So like, what would you want to witch slap against? I've had success against a lot of different styles of bases. The biggest thing is bases that have the air defenses tucked in, because you want to try to straddle your witch bowler or your witch healer walks away from the air defenses. Really, that's the only thing that's going to wreck it, other than external giant bombs and flip traps. So we're going to back out of that one. That was just a historical attack there on number 30. But I think if Lucky had gone maybe with a shattered approach there, he might have had enough hogs to go ahead and take out the backside. But back to that witch slap. Sometimes it's kind of the spam attack too. I mean, it's really not. There is some strategy to it, but you know, the air defenses inside, kind of anything that's anti-air meta, where the air defenses are tucked in. Maybe even the offset air defense bases where they're all at the backside. The thing is, you gotta kind of have a plan once you get to the backside there, because those air defenses are going to take everything down. But at that point, if all the defense is on the other side, your wishes really don't have anything to deal with on the backside, and so you don't care if the healers make it all the way to the back. But that's why I was just kind of looking at, old Go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even in the competitive leagues, you see a lot of witch slaps. So the two biggest things on witch slap: air defense position and can I go at one expo at a time and jump to both with my kill squad. If the expos are kind of spread out and can target where the witches are going to be walking around, that can be trouble, because those expos shoot so fast that they can take the witches down in a hurry. And so really those are the two key defenses you're looking at for a witch slap: is air defenses targeting your witches, or air defenses targeting your healers, and expos targeting your witches. If you can avoid those two things, it's probably a good base for it. And you'll know it's an anti-witch slap base usually if the external buildings are 2 tiles away from the walls, because then they can hide things like flip traps and giant bombs in there. But what I'm really seeing work on things, especially the stuff that we used to see all the air attacks on, since the loon, I don't know what you want to call it, just, I mean, really the mechanics of the loon change. So it wasn't really a true nerf, but just you can't one-shot these buildings anymore. is that the ground game seems to be coming back now, which I'm sure was their intent as far as balance, and it seems like it's shifting back towards ground a lot more now. Doesn't mean the air is not still really strong to people who are good at it, because obviously you're only having to deal with basically half of the defenses. But the ground game, just even the standard, just old school go-hos. I even saw a mass hog the last war we were in. Suicide hero into the queen because we see all these offset queens, and take out the clan castle and the queen, and then mass hog 4 heals at Town Hall 9. 40 hogs. So we're going to jump up here and take a look at number 17 base. So the comment in the chat was that this is an anti-witch slap base, and I would tend to agree with that, because again, see, what you're looking at is, can I straddle the air defenses? Yes. Then the second part of that is, can I jump and get 2 expos? And the answer there is, you kind of got to stay on one side of the base, and so it's a little trickier. And then at the backside, you have you're engaging the clan castle on the backside or right away if you do that. And either one of those kind of are not great. Ideally, you'd like to engage the clan castle right in the core. And so this is a potential witch slapper. Let's double check and see. This, I think this is the one where he came from the southeast with the Golalo, and also with the shattered kind of go wee wee with the healers. So yeah, it is an even breakdown in this war. Everything is straight up. So that's always nice. You're not having to overcome a Town Hall 11 deficit or anything like that. But this is probably one of those where, see here, I think this was a shattered approach. Wanted to get 2 air defenses down, but ends up kind of with a little bit of a corner funnel. And the air defenses just spread all around the base. So would a witch slap work? I don't know. Kind of looks more like maybe a stoned approach. Stoned hobo, maybe. I'm just kind of going back and look at some of these bases. We talked about that one a little bit already. Yeah, corner funnel, exactly. Hardest thing to do with bowler, well, anything, but especially the bowlers to walk. That's the other thing we're noticing, at least in our clan wars that I've been in recently, is I don't know if it was a mechanics change or just, you know, getting sloppy, but the bowlers seem to walk a lot more than I remember anyway. And so we really got to focus on the wide funnels. Really get those golems spread out wide. They will dive if you get them close enough to a jump spell or a break open in a wall. But if you're not getting them wide enough and just being patient on that funnel, and you're counting on those bowlers to go in and rip up the core, you're going to be in for a world of hurt. All right, double check, make sure there's nothing live. Take a peek at number 29 base. Got to make sure that I stay on the enemy side so that we're not giving any traps up. So again, here, this is kind of the anti-air meta from what you're seeing. The air defenses spread out all on one part of the base. The actual air defenses are in the back side of the base with all the ground. And probably Tesla's back there. So this one again, to me again sets up perfectly for ground. Let's double check and see what Lucky Charm used to hit it on 29. He used a stone hobo. Came from the backside. I would definitely look at doing shattered and coming from the other side of the base. Do have Teslas there, and that's actually going to... Does that end up pulling the golems? It doesn't, no. But we know there's 2 Teslas there. It might be mirrored on the other side of the base, but all the splash for hogs is on that one side of the base, plus the queen, plus the expos. So depending on what the golems do, they should redirect to, if you came from the southeast or the southwest there from 7 to 8 o'clock, they should redirect into that archer tower. Should be able to create a nice funnel with a shattered golem approach that jumps into the queen, takes out the expos, a lot of the splash damage, and hog the rest. Okay, here we got a live hit here. Looks like more 10v11 action. Come on, load. All right. 49%. If the town hall goes down, it's going to be a 2-star. Does 50%? Is it going to be any more? No. Whew, squeaker. 2-star, 50%, 10v11 by Turbo. Go ahead and take a look at that. That was the #1 base, I think. So that's a big hit if that's the case. Well, maybe it wasn't. Let's see. #2 base. Look at this. Pretty much bringing the old Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 10 version of a go wipe. So Golem and Bowlers cut one side of the funnel, trips the clan castle. Golem and Bowlers on the other side. And so it's using those early spells and those tanks to go ahead and cut that funnel. Setting everything up. Uses those P.E.K.K.A.s for a nice big tank and to draw the fire of the eagle. They're also going to absorb a bunch of hits from the enemy CC so that the queen can go ahead and take out the baby dragon. And from there, it's just really reliant on the heroes and the kill squad and the bowlers getting in and taking out the rest of the base for the 50%, and the queen pegging off that town hall as we saw. So really nice job there, though. Good creation of that funnel that got her in there. She stands back. Nothing's targeting her except that eagle would, but he's got the P.E.K.K.A. that's tanking just long enough for her to get in there, snipe the town hall, and then she goes down. No 10v11 action from Emphatic Elite just yet. They are focusing on the Town Hall 9s, getting those taken out. Let's see what they have left there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're down to 4 Town Hall 9s already. Looks like that's going to be their plan of attack, is go ahead and get those 9s taken out right away. Probably doing a little more extra planning on the 10v11s. And then where the war game begins is all at the Town Hall 10 level. Can the 11s drop and nuke the 10s? And can the 10s hit up and get the 2 stars? And then what it usually comes down to is the 1 or 2 pure hit triples on 10v10. Which I'm sure we won't get a chance to see tonight. But there we go. So we've got some good hits on. You've got a little bit of scouting there, just because I love looking at different people's bases and seeing what they're running and what people are doing against them. Those two look very similar. Just a little more spread out there, but very similar in design. So if you crack 30, you're going to crack 29. '28's going to be looking like another ground attack, possibly. Got all the splash damage, wizard towers, bomb tower, heroes, and the CC all within range there. And first instinct is like a stone hobo double jump. What we had go in there was a shattered 2 golem entry, so maybe the adjustment there is to go with 3. Just work our way up the map on the unsuccessful ones. Here's got kind of a channel base going on. Air defense is really offset, trying to kind of bait you into a kill squad or a queen walk back there, queen charge. But maybe like we saw in those other attacks with that. And there's a lot of point defenses down there too, and the expo. So that could be tricky just trying to do a straight hero walk, but might be able to do a small single golem whiz and royals or something in there to take out that one corner of the base, and maybe just hog with 3 heals on the backside. If you can take that out and create kind of that L-shaped funnel, you can run your hogs. You got 3 kind of specific pockets of defenses there, and you might just be able to heal through the rest of that. Usually a little better at reading bases than actually attacking them. I don't know if anybody else ever runs into that. And there's a little bit different design. It's not that traditional. Now this, at first glance, looks like a witch slab base. I'd have to run the replay to see if there's something outside that would prevent you from doing this, but you can jump in. You can double jump, get to the queen, get to the expo compartment, get to the town hall. Or not the town hall, but the CC. Second jump gets the bomb tower, other whiz tower, and access to the backside expo, which is run around the outside. The only tricky thing is kind of this compartment here with the air defense, which isn't going to target healers, but those point defenses in there are a little far back. But that might be something to consider a witch slap on. Now, as I say this, if we run this replay, it's probably going to be a failed witch slap, but how do they know? Let's see where he did it, because that was my first read too, so let's see why it didn't work. Witches were a little far in there. Let's see, because if they start going inside instead of outside around the base, yeah, so started the witches too far in for starters. We got a T farm there, which honestly the single skellies should be able to tank that no problem. I think this is the one where the healer's redirected to the golem again. So everything's kind of pulling things to the left there. And so instead of going straight into those compartments, they kind of strayed left first, but they end up getting where they're supposed to go. That healer redirect was the main issue there. We got air skellies. Huh. See, I had to peg that one for a witch slap too. And maybe it was just a little bit of execution and a little bit of bad luck. Maybe some tweaking would get that. The other thing I've done sometimes is if I feel like I need to go a little heavier on a witch slap, then I'll just drop to the 8 witches and go 4 on each flank with the healers, and then go a little heavier on the kill squad. And as long as they're not under a lot of fire, 4 witches being healed by 2 healers usually makes it around no problem. Yeah, because he almost made it through this base, so that was not necessarily the wrong strategy. There's just some minor tweaks there that need to be done. But not too many 9s left there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there, and 5 on the other side, I think. I'd love to see some mass minor attacks in wars. I don't know if anyone's brave enough to do it. See it on the videos all the time. Never actually seen anybody do it. So I'm curious to see, especially with the level 3 miners at Town Hall 10. I've been farming with them a little bit. Usually it's just a 2-star strategy. Haven't really lucked out on any 3 stars against good bases. But I'd love to see some mass minor action in a clan war. There it is. All right, so we have a live hit here going in. Looks to be a witch slap. Notice how he's straddling the air defenses. Now the witches are going to get hung up on this hound, but that usually isn't too much of an issue, except for it delays the funnel. Hopefully he's got the poison to deal with the pups right away. He's got the double jump spell there to access the queen, but the bowlers have already strayed outside, so again, we're dealing with a corner funnel. It's probably not going to work out. See, that's the one thing with a witch slap you got to ask yourself. If a witch slap entry is going to require a corner funnel, you probably need to rethink it, because you really need to be taking that attack from a broadside of a base. That's not a hard and fast rule, because I've done it from a corner just fine, but it's not ideal. See, now he's hitting a T-farm on the backside. He did bring a giant to tank. Everything's still up and being healed, so this stands a chance as long as the queen. He's going to have to pop the ability, and then, ooh, I don't know if I like that heal spell just on the queen, unless it allows her to get down the expo, which it's going to. That might be good. I think he's got it. Minute and a half left. There's definitely enough. Healers are all up, and that looks like a 3-star. So there you go. I mean, you can pull them out with a corner funnel. Some people don't like it as far as a skill attack, because it is sort of a spam attack. I mean, it is. We'll call it what it is. But you know what? It's a fun one. It was neat with how dead witches were for so long to see something come out that people could use. You know, since Go Wee Wee was the last witch attack, and when that died, and then it was Mass Witch at Town Hall 10 and those kind of things. But this witch slap brought witches back after a long time being dead, and it was really neat to see. But then it became the new spam strategy, and so then all the bases had to change. But there you go. You've seen it. It's a nice, powerful attack against the right base. And you know, with all the air defenses being tucked in the middle like that, that's what you're looking for. The expos were not ideal on that base, but he pulled it out. So sometimes your kill squad can take a walk and it's not planned, or your bowlers take a walk and it's not planned, and it actually works out better for you. You know, that one, the bowlers walked to the south and kind of left the queen to hung out to dry, but the only thing in there targeting her was that last expo. Heal spell was wisely used on the queen and kept her up long enough to pop the ability and take out the last expo, which again is the kind of the last major issue for your witches. So, I mean, you can't defend against everything, and that's really the key, and especially at Town Hall 9, it's still really balanced, in my opinion. I mean, I think I love Town Hall 9. It's my favorite Town Hall level to play. It's so balanced. There's so many different attacks that you can use at Town Hall 9. And so, you know, the best thing, the most successful Town Hall 9s are just people who can read bases. Have a variety of attacks, be able to do air, be able to do Lalo, be able to do Goho, be able to do Witch Slap. I mean, those are your 3 core attacks. Whether it's just a Shattered Goho, a Stoned Hobo, the Witch Slap, or a Gobo Lalo or something. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm Town Hall 10. Infernos are going to max. Walls obviously need some work. Queen is working to 39, and so 10 is becoming more fun. Rushing Town Hall 10 is your worst nightmare right now. But with the heroes and with the troops, you know, it's fine. 10v10 hit rates obviously show that it's not very easy and not very balanced, though. The old Town Hall 9 meta, huh? I don't know. I don't know which I like better. I just like that there's a variety. That's my favorite thing. So we have Eugene here. I believe Eugene had the successful 10v11 on the number 3 base, and now he's going in here on number 4. Pretty well upgraded Town Hall 11. A lot of white defenses there. It's our second attempt on this one, I believe. Oh yeah, I get that. There is no variety in the sense that every attack has bowlers now at Town Hall 9. Not every attack, but just about every attack. So yeah, that is the one thing I do miss about the old meta Town Hall 9. But you know, before that it was request Clan Castle Golem or request Clan Castle Hogs. So or air, but you know, it hasn't changed much, but yeah, everything is bowler heavy right now. Nice looking queen walk. He's picking up a bunch of percent. Hopefully this air defense doesn't. Yeah, he's walking them in front of the air defense, so she's gonna go down pretty quick. Has to pop the ability. Let's see if he uses a spell to get her healed back up, or if he's just gonna let her die down. Best thing's probably just to let her die down. Don't waste it on the healers unless she can go ahead and pop this air defense. There we go. He catches the kill squad and the queen and the healer. So that was a really nice second rage spell there. And the jump spell's good. The funnel's there. Oh, the bowlers are walking. Idiots. Something should have taken that jump, but there that 2-tile gap there to the town hall just made it so they didn't want to go there. So now he's frantically scrambling, trying to pick up the 50. And nothing. Dang, that was looking really good until they didn't take the jump spell. All right, so we're about 90 minutes in. We'll take a recap here and look at the score here. Crystal Warriors taking the lead. A few extra attacks, up by 4 with 6 extra attacks. We've seen a couple misses on Town Hall 11 hits and a couple successful 10v11 hits. Already have the top, let's see, we got what, 5 so 2 of the top 5 11s cleared. And a couple were really close percentage-wise, but missed the town hall. But yeah, that last one was unfortunate because everything was looking good. Great second rage spell. Enemy queen aggroed all the bowlers and everything when we were hoping something. Either the bowlers or the Valks or both would have taken that jump spell. And unfortunately, the buildings and the enemy queen attracted them off to the side. They didn't redirect and take the jump spell as they were too close to other buildings at that point, and that kind of derailed the push to the town hall. All right, looks like some Town Hall 9 action here. Kevin from Emphatic Elite going against Dark Fonzie, Crystal Warrior 29v25. It's going to do some trimming early on buildings that aren't protected by defenses. Got Tesla Farm popping on the outside. And I don't see any golems, so this is going to be pretty much just a naked hero walk into take out an air defense and some Teslas maybe is what he's looking to get out of this. He's not going to get the queen. He's got 2 Skelly spells. If we can get those raged up while he's on the queen, he's going to be okay probably taking her out. As his hounds work across the middle of the base and get raged up. But this is anti-air setup on the base, so let's see how it works out. Gets the loons in early, following with the hounds. They go up into the beginning, soaking up all the air traps. See a little bit of that haste and everything up in there. Now the Spelly's, no, not the Skelly. There's the Skelly spell. Okay, so poison and Skellies and the Rage. Queen's gonna go down. Balloons are in. All the air defenses are down. Does he have a heal for the last? Yep, he does. He's got a heal for the approach to the remaining defenses. It looks good. He's got 3 loons still for cleanup, archers, minions. And that one's over. Hopefully. Maybe I called it early, but I don't think so. Heal spell's going to keep the loons up. And unless a Air Expo can really take down a ton of loons in a hurry, he's still got 3 in the bag that he's going to use to drop for cleanup. And got it with a heavy loon composition. Another 3-star on the books for Emphatic. That's going to bring it, I believe, to 3330. And I would imagine that's probably going to be a bulk of the activity for kind of the opener of the war here, approaching the 3.5 hour mark. But lots of good hits so far. I was just curious to see kind of what some of the other base designs that people were running. They look very similar to what I've been seeing in everything but, super random wars that where people are running old meta. But all the new meta stuff, it all looks pretty similar, with all the air defenses kind of being offset one way or the other, or in opposite corners. So we must have, no, that was just the last star on that attack apparently. Yep, 33 to 31. Oh, no. I didn't see that live trigger go off. Everything's loading a little slowly right now. Alright, so there's a 2-star hit. Go ahead and replay that on the number 2 Town Hall 11. Emphatic coming in with a Town Hall 10v11 2-star, starting off with a Queen Walk into a heavy bowler composition. Using the bowler bounce to trim a funnel there as cheaply as possible. Just looking for percentage and anything to help with the shaping of the funnel off the beginning there. Healers are down, attracting the air skellies. Queen walks in progress. Now he's going at the queen and at the eagle side. Golem bowlers in from the corner. Jump spell, rage to the core. Clan Castle Hound probably helped. That's there to kind of slow down the queen walk, but he avoided it long enough to where now doesn't really care because the bowlers are doing the rest of the work. Everything's been cleared out. Queen has a clear path to the town hall. Pop the ability while being targeted by the eagle, and he's going to be able to get that town hall with just over 50%. Yeah, I don't know what the difference is there with between the phone with YouTube and Twitch. Are you talking about watching it like online on Twitch or watching it through an app? I've not had a lot of luck with the Twitch streaming part, so I kind of abandoned that at the moment. All right, so now 33 to 32, pretty tight wars, what you'd expect between two seasoned clans, obviously. Still got the attack advantage on Emphatic Elite, only launching 15 for their 32 versus 19 for Crystal Warriors for their 33. And struggling a little bit at the Town Hall 9 level, but those bases I'm pretty positive will get cleaned up on second hits. Emphatic Elite is a little cleaner on the fresh so far. We'll see if they end up struggling with some of the bases that they have not hit yet. But don't see, let's see, is there anything that is not 3-starred? So between fresh and follow-up hits, all the 9s have been 3-starred and one Town Hall 11 2-star. So pretty crisp and clean so far from that side. But it looks like things have slowed down a bit. US-based clans getting pretty late. It's almost approaching midnight on East Coast. West Coast is still pretty much prime time. Purposely staying out of the clan chat, just in case there's any strategy or anything going on there, anything that would show who's hitting what they might be looking at, anything like that. Not that it really would give anybody much of an advantage or disadvantage, but just to be courteous as a visitor. But we'll stick around just for a few more minutes, see if we catch any more live attacks, and if it's pretty much slowed down for the night, we will cut it off and wish both clans the best as they continue to work on those cleanup attacks and fresh hits and work towards the Town Hall 10 game. So while we're waiting on that, just thank everybody who decided to join the stream tonight again. Definitely not a professional, but just wanted to jump on and catch some good action between two good clans. Give a shout out and plug for my clan, Reddit Chaos. I'm leader of that. The Allfather, Taff, whatever. Many multiple accounts that I may go by. And give a shout out to our clan family as soon as we get this live attack here. Reddit Chaos, part of the Reddit Alliance clan community. Gets that early poison spell down because of the goblins there. Wants to get those all in. Mass Goblin Baby Dragon Clan Castle. I love it. If you don't deal with those goblins right away, they can wreck your golems in a hurry. So he's got that part of it fixed and figured out. This was the one that we saw come from the bottom side the last time and take out the two air defenses. Now we have the kill squad going in at the top side. And he's going to go with a ground attack instead of a Lalo. So we'll see how this works out. Got the jump spell, Rage in there, going to take out the enemy queen very quickly. Nicely done. Queen is safe for now. Be nice to get some hogs to bail the queen out, which he does right there. Very good. Golems are going to go ahead and take over the tanking. Pop the ability. It's going to free the queen up. Looking good so far. We'll see if he's got enough to make it all the way around the bottom end of the base. Just that single heal spell left. Hogs are starting to get low, but they haven't hit any splash defense yet, except right there. That's going to take a bunch of the hogs down to very low health. He's going to have to use that heal spell a little earlier than he may have wanted to. But hopefully that golem, well, he's not going to tank enough. He's going to tank down there. And then you're going to have hogs hitting those backside point defenses without any tank and without a heal spell. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it through that. Really nothing left for cleanup either. Likely might hit a flip trap here. And those single target defenses are roasting the hogs. Just a golem left, not enough. Good entry point. Had enough tank because the golem didn't bust. But again, difficult with those corner funnels. Had to do that to go get the queen, but with that hog attack, you might have to look at a stoned approach and go from the broadside. So we've seen a couple attempts there. We've seen air, we've seen ground. Neither one has been able to get it yet. Go ahead and take a look at that base there. That was 17 again. All right, so 17 here. We got a centralized queen, symmetrical base. A little air heavy on the top, on the 2 to 3 o'clock side there. And yeah, it's probably one of those bases you just launch a go wipe at, you know? Can't figure it out, just go wipe it. Maybe look at some Valk action, who knows? Go old school, get some old meta going. Sometimes they're just a little harder than they look. All right, we've got Emphatic working on cleaning up the last few remaining Town Hall 9s of Crystal Warrior. And coming in here, we've got, looks like gonna be a Witch Slap, so you love spam attacks, you're gonna see one here. He's staying well away from those air defenses. Gets that golem down really early. And you notice how he keeps those healers way outside so they do not retarget either the queen or the golem. And looks like 2 witches went center. Now he's got 8 going around the outside. And so that's probably going to be pretty decent. There's not a whole lot going on there. You see he's going to be able to jump into both of the expo compartments as well as all the splash damage and the heroes. So as far as setting a funnel, it looks good so far. Queen walked around the outside though, which with a CC Hound is perfect actually. So he might actually be thankful, but the witches are targeting and there's a wizard in there, so that Hound's probably going to bust eventually, but not as fast as if the queen was beating on him. And that queen now is going to help keep the outside going, keep the witches alive, and so I think this is looking pretty good so far. Healers are going to now approach the backside defenses where there's Teslas, and the air defenses, unless they get taken down by the bowlers, which they did, are going to start targeting the healers. But this one's looking good. I think he's got this one. The only danger could be from a busted Hound, but it's probably going to be just about over before that Hound busts. There we go. Only 1 or 2 defenses left. Queen's still up, has her ability. She's got healer on her, and it's done for. So there you go. There's pretty good Witch Slap execution there on that base. So Town Hall 9s are dropping fast on the Crystal Warrior side. There's only 4 left now before they start working their way up and taking out the Town Hall 10s. Not quite sure what the hit rate is or not, but it's got to be high. See how quickly we can do math. 2 for 4, 4 for 6. 5 for 8, 7 for 10. 8, 11, 10, 13, 11 for, roughly 11 for 14, so just hugely high hit rate on Town Hall 9 right now. Fresh and minimal cleanup, so just an extremely efficient Town Hall 9 game so far from Emphatic Elite. So I don't know what that says. Either they just got some beast Town Hall 9s, or maybe looking at some changing up some base designs, but they've got the Town Hall 9 number down so far. All right, and we are approaching just under the 2-hour mark. We're going to get ready to wrap up the live stream here. I think the majority of the hits have been in. We've seen a really efficient Town Hall 9 game from Emphatic Elite. We've seen some nice 10v11 hit-ups from the Crystal Warrior side, and war is shaping up nicely. I'm sure it's going to come down to the wire and really come down to probably 10v10 triples, or not, yeah, maybe 10v10 triples, as far as who's able to win, or even percentage, so that's going to be exciting. Again, thanks for the opportunity to just come in and hang out in your clan, be able to live stream, take a look at some bases and some attacks. Again, Taff from Reddit Chaos, part of the Reddit Alliance clans. We tweet at Reddit Chaos. Feel free to follow us there. And website, redditchaos.weebly.com. What else is important that anybody does or doesn't care about? Can't really think of anything right now. Got just a few minutes left before we wrap things up. See if maybe we can catch one last live attack. I don't know if anybody's going to be going here in the next 5 or 10 minutes from either side. But then we'll be approaching the midnight mark Eastern time, and hopefully people are going to bed and getting ready for whatever they do in the morning. No, all right, Karma. Do we know which one they're looking at, or I know you probably don't know when exactly, but I'm assuming that's a, let's see if it's Karma, is that a 9? Yeah, number 28, so that's gonna be a 9. Going in at number 30, go Wee Wee Healer, Witch Slap kinda thing. Well, we saw them pull it off. Looking at that from number 30, huh? Ooh, that's a tough one. And try a Witch Slap type thing possibly on that base, huh? Looks like an anti-Witch Slap base, kinda. But I've seen crazier things happen. Be interested to see what we end up going with here. Like I mentioned, my inclination on it is a Shattered Goho. Single jump. Maybe a Rage, probably a Rage. And then a little heavier on the Hogs with 2 heals, and I maybe not even heal my kill squad. Maybe just let the jump and Rage do what it can and filter out in the core, and Hogs with 2 heal spells for the rest. But we'll see what Karma's got planned for this base, maybe, if it gets hit here in the next few minutes. Double check, make sure there's nothing going on either side just yet. We're going to focus our attention on the bottom of the map for a potential hit on number 30 or somewhere on the bottom of the map here by Town Hall 9s. Keep an eye on the YouTube chat. Lots of conversations going on there. All right, looks like the troops are ready. Looks like we're in for the finale here. We've got, yeah, here's that shattered go wee wee with the healers. Keep those healers well outside. That's looking good so far. Yep. Nice placement on the healer to hopefully keep them away from the golem. But what we've seen is as the witches drift in, the healers follow them in. And then they start attaching to the golem. So let's see if we have that same thing here, or if you're just going to drive the whole kill squad into the core, which is the way they're going right now. He's got 2 witches held back, maybe going to drop those to go up the middle. He's got a lot of splash damage to deal with there with the witches. He's got the entry in the funnel created. Worried a little bit about those expos taking some witches out. Hopefully they'll start aggroing onto the kill squad. One of them is already. Now the second one does. CC Hound. He's got the rage to deal with the core in the clan castle. Double jump to access the backside of the base. Hound bus. Poison spell. Looks like it'll get most of the pups. Queen will take out the rest. Still got a witch and a healer going around one side. 2 witches without a healer going around the top side. And golems are tanking a lot of the backside. Now they're catching 2 of the Teslas, not all 4. Queen is hung up on a wall. Usually where you'll find her. Topside witches are down, so that part of the funnel has been destroyed. Golems are still soaking up a lot of damage while the king tries to get through that wall. It's not over yet, but it's getting there. It's going to have to pop the ability. Nope. Looks like whatever was targeting the queen went down. She's being healed up by the single healer that's still alive. Is it going to be enough to get through the T-farm? That's the question. Golem breaks through and now is tanking a ton of the Teslas. Now it's really coming down to a time thing. I think there's enough troop power. It's just a matter of if they can get through it in time. BK being targeted by that Tesla. If they can get that Tesla down quickly. Nope, BK goes down. Tesla's going to go down. Now we have 2-point defenses and a whiz tower remaining. Mortar, which probably won't be an issue. And a lot of buildings with only 30 seconds left. I think it's going to be a very high percentage 2-star. Queen again beaten on a wall. Has to pop the ability. Get through the wall, and for time's sake, nope, it's going to be just a little bit short. Too many high hit point buildings left. It's going to come down to about a building or 2 left. And really nice effort there. Almost got it. Just lost the flanks on the witches a little bit. Queen straight around the outside, which was okay because of the CC Hound. Just didn't have the firepower to clean it up. That's the one thing I've noticed with the witch attacks too, is sometimes even if you have enough to get through it all, is sometimes they just time out by just a little bit, and it's just a matter of where the high hit point buildings end up. And so, a really nice try there. I wanted to see that attack work because we've seen it 3 or 4 times, and I really wanted to see that one work. But so there we go. Still got a lot of Town Hall 9s at the bottom of the map on the Emphatic Elite side to be taken out. We've seen several goes at them and just need to make some adjustments. So I'm sure those guys will do that. And good luck to both sides. Appreciate the opportunity to spend some time with you tonight and showcase some of your skills and defenses. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again sometime. Thanks again for watching, for joining, for being active in the chat. This is the Allfather. Until next time, take care, everybody.